Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's tutorial, we're going to talk about lists and how to style them in CSS. First, let's open our code editor so we can write our code inside it. And now let's run this with our live server so we can get the result. Okay, first one is the unordered list, which has something like bullets, circles, and something like these to specify the items. For having unordered list, we just type UL as unordered list in the HTML and LI as list item inside the tag. So inside our body, first we're going to have our unordered list, which is UL, and then inside this, for example, let's have 3 items. Then we copy this 3 times, or we can use this shorthand, which is we type the tag name and then star and how many times we want this tag to be repeated. For example, in this case, we want this 3 times. So we put the 3 and then press enter. And inside this, let's have item 1, item 2, and then item 3. Okay, now we'll see we have our list, but none of them are numbered. We have just this things that specifies the item itself. But in the CSS part, we can change what type of list style we want. And we do this with list style tab property. First, let's select our unordered list to change the style. To do that, we just select our unordered list, and then inside these, we can change what type of list style we want, and we do this with list style type property. So I type here list dash style dash type. And now here I have some things you see. For example, if I select this square, you can see that our bullets has changed to these squares. We can have some other things. For example, if you look at here, we have this ones that change the list style type, but these can change the type into the ordered list. For example, here, if I select this one, you see now we have this 1 to 3 and numbers beside our items. But the good way of doing this is instead of doing this, we just do this as ordered list. Change the tag to ordered list. And this too. Now you can see it automatically have these numbers inside it. And here we can select our ordered list. And if I type our property, and for example here, if I change to this, now we have it in unordered one. Here you can see some of them that we can change. It really depends on your own opinion and your design that which one of these you need to use. And if we want to have image instead of bullets, we can use list style image property and give the image to show inside of it. So let's have our list dash style dash image property right here. And to give the image here, we're going to type URL, and inside these parentheses, we're going to specify the path of icon or GIF that we want to use as our list. And we need to have that icon or something like that inside our file. For example, here I have this item.png that I'm going to use inside this list. So here I'm gonna type the path of my image, which is item.png. And as you see now, our list items has changed to this image. Another thing we have is the position of our list style. To do that, let's add some words here. For example, 40 words is enough. If I want my list item to be inside of this paragraph, I need to add this list dash style dash position property. And if I set this to inside, that now you see my list style item is now inside of our items. And if I give a border to our list items, just like this, border solid 1 pixel red, for example, now you see our items inside of our border. But if I have this in the outside mode, you can see now we have these things outside of our list item container. Then we have our definition list, which in this type we can have our items and description of them below that item, which we can write information about our item in there. To do that, let's first clear these, remove our unordered list and styles of them. Okay. To do that, first we need to have our DL as definition list inside our HTML code. And inside of this, we have two types of tags. First one is the DT, which is the title. And then we have our DD tag. And this one is the description for this title. For example, if I write this one, now you see we have this title right here, and here we can have description of this title right here, or you can use this one as child of this one too. And if I have multiple of these like this, and we can have description for some of them and don't have description for some other. And one of the other ways that we can style our list is to have, for example, an ordered list right here, and let's have 3 items inside of it. Okay, with item right here, one is here, and the other one is right here. Is that we can have background color for our UL tag and then some other color for our LI tag. And in this type, it's good to remove our list style thing. For example, here, let's select our UL. And here I type list style, the type, and set this into none. Now you see we don't have any other bullets, alphabets, or something like that in our list. And here we can specify the background color. For example, let's make this something like this. Yes, this is good. And then we can have our LI, and let's make the background of this to some color a little lighter. And if we have some margins right here, for example, 10 pixels is enough in this case, you see now our items are divided from the background, and if we play with these margins and paddings, we can use this in better style and use these in our web page. Please give a like and subscribe to catch next videos.